Crumbles are one of my favourite desserts and a delicious, easy way to have a fruity, healthy dessert rather than something really calorific and heavy. So today we're going to make a pear and rhubarb crumble, two of my favourite fruits. Rhubarb can be seen as a really old-fashioned fruit, but in fact it's recently been studied for its many health-giving properties, particularly good at lowering cholesterol, not only because of its high fibre content, but actually because it inhibits the enzyme that actually makes the cholesterol. Pears are a wonderful fruit, and the role they play in this dessert is to create extra natural sweetness without adding sugar, and also a nice firm texture that juxtaposes well with the softness of the rhubarb. So just cube up your rhubarb in about inch-long pieces. Now this recipe will make a full lasagna size baking dish tray. I'm doing a slightly smaller version today. And typically you would put loads of sugar over rhubarb, but it is a really tart flavour, which I think is part of its charm too. So today, I'm just going to put a little drizzle of honey. This honey is a natural sweetener, so in moderation, it's a very good substitute for sugar. So at this point, mix together the rhubarb and the honey, and to this, we're going to add our pears. So peel the pears, core them, and slice them into long, thin wedges. And you'll notice here that I've got some lemons floating in the water, and that just provides some acidity that prevents the pears from going brown. So for our crumble topping, we're going to use butter, whole wheat flour, brown sugar, and oat flakes. So a slightly healthier version of a traditional recipe, as we're using whole wheat flour and oat flakes. So just pop everything together in your food processor and blitz together until it forms a lumpy consistency. And this we're going to spread over the crumble and into the oven. And use brown sugar instead of white sugar, slightly less refined. So pulse this together for a few seconds. The butter and the sugar are going to melt together in the oven, and this is what's going to give you a lovely golden crispy crumble finish. Now you'll notice in this recipe I haven't pre-cooked the rhubarb, which often recipes indicate you should, because I just feel that with long enough in the oven it cooks down to a lovely soft texture anyway, and the pears will stay firm. Spread over your crumble topping, trying to do as evenly as possible. And what I always do to make sure there's fewer gaps between the fruit, with the back of the spoon, just push everything down. Everything's going to sink as the fruit cooks. So this will cook for about 40 to 45 minutes at 160 degrees until the fruit is cooked down and the crumble topping is lovely and crispy. Our rhubarb and pear crumble just at the oven, and the crunchy crumble topping is looking gorgeous. As you can see, it's bubbling up the sides, all the signs of good crumble. So you can serve it with cream, custard, ice cream, whatever your personal preference. Look at that, steam escaping. And as you can see, the pears are still held together. So I'm going to put a dollop of Greek yogurt next to mine, I think that's the nicest accompaniment.